Hi guys, and welcome back to Dark Souls. Me and Brian, we are going to do a few things. We are up to this area's boss, but there's a couple more things I want to do before we even think about fighting said boss. And that is that we've got a couple of giants in this area that I want to murderize. Because we can get at some nice loot if we do so. So let's try and get down to the bottom of this area. Here's giant number 1. Well, that's technically giant number 1 since that's the giant you come across in the beginning of this area. And that's giant number 2. And as you can see, there's lots of items on the ground around both of them. So, we're going to be killing giants. They're actually a lot easier. You know, touch wood that I don't embarrass myself. They're a lot easier than they look, especially when you're at foot level with them, because you can quite easily abuse the fact that you are a tiny ant and it is a huge monstrosity. We're just gonna ignore everyone, head down this ladder, hopefully not get hit off the ladder, basically heading back to the chapel. I could have used the other bonfire now that I think about it to teleport, but I was more caught up in the introduction of this video and what we were going to be doing. Never mind, we're back here now. So, the quickest way would probably be this way. Except we don't take the elevator like we did last episode, and instead we keep coming back round here until it we get access to these stairs, which take us to the bottom floor. Good, 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 good. Now I am actually going to kill second giant first, since second giant is closer. Unfortunately, right around the feet of second giant is these things. Hello! We all know what those are, don't we? Those guys are very tough. I think I've explained that before. You can hurt them quite a bit with fire, but our character is not one of those types of characters. So we really just have this torch that we can use. We can stand in the swampy goo. That's all fine. Ideally what I want to do, I'm actually quite confused why they're so close over here. They're usually quite close to the giant itself, but they seem to be hanging around out over this side. Which I'm not actually terribly upset by, because it means I get to kill them away from the giant. Yeah, you go back to sleep. No, stop throwing goop at me. Go back to sleep. Buddy. Go back to sleep. It's fine. Yeah, there you go. Right. Well, no time like the present. So this is... You can't run in this stuff. You can roll. But, it's best just to try and, like, get in there and get by one of these feet. ASAP. And then start hacking at it. And then just watch the feet. Watch the feet very closely. And there's all our Slimer dudes. And we will take damage from the Slimer dudes. He just stood on a maggot man. I was worried because standing on the maggot man makes the same sound as me dying, and unfortunately I just got... Oh, I have kukri equipped. That was bad. That whole time I had kukri equipped and I didn't even notice. Whoops. Whoops, whoops, whoops. Right, let's be smart about this. I'll see you back at the giant. Right, back at the giant. I honestly don't know why I had Kukri equipped. Apparently last episode I was trying to tag something. I don't remember what I was trying to do there. Let's just get straight into it. Ignore the Slimer dudes as much as we can. Please don't stand on me, Mr. Giant. Would like my souls back if possible. Stop locking on. There we go. Right. Oh, this is already going horribly. Mostly because I'm panicking. Right. Right. Still going awfully. Tell you that much. That's a bit better. I'm doing it without lock-on at the moment because something I noticed at the start of this episode, I think lock-on is a lot softer now. I might have missed an update at some point. And it was targeting all the slimes and stuff when I really just wanted to look at the giant's foot. So now I'm doing it without lock-on in the hopes that I am better at tracking this foot than the game is. Do you mind dealing with some of those slimes, giant man? They're really, like, making this a problem. I have blood loss from something. I don't know what. Might be Mega Man, to be honest. I might have to call this one quits. Although he did just destroy a lot of slimes just then. Oh, no, do not distract me while he is stomping. Yeah, I don't know where the blood loss is coming from. It's not something that I'm familiar with. I have maggots on me from something. So let's get rid of those. He's dead. Good. I expect how I got maggots is maybe Maggot Man hit me. That's actually never happened before. Let's not embarrassingly die to this thing. So we're getting the Drang set from killing the giant. And the giant itself drops a large Titanite shard as well as a dung pie. Yes, that is what you think it is. This game can be quite silly at times. Give me all this stuff, thank you very much. And dragon hammers. Hooray! So, let's get somewhere a little less crazy, and I think I'll do that by using a homeward bone, to be honest. Oh, I went back to the shrine. Never mind. Doesn't really matter where we go. Right, Drang set. So, wrong menu. Drang set. Maybe you don't have a helmet. I can't remember. Here we go. Armor of the Drang Knights, proclaimed descendants from a land known for the legend of linking of the fire. Fine protection that is both light and strong, having been reinforced with rare gear steel. The Drang Knights were once feared sellswords until treason meant descending into the abyss, and they were separated forever. Interesting. If that is the abyss that I think it is. And the Drang Hammers. Paired hammers of the Drang Knights, descendants from a land known for the legend of the linking of the fire. When the Drang Knights disbanded, they scattered across the lands as sellswords. They quickly became known for shieldless, aggressive tactics that struck fear in the hearts of men. So I can't actually use them properly, because they require quite a bit of dexterity, and we don't have that dexterity, but there you go. This is what those hammers are like. And if I press Y to put my shield away, we have both hammers out. Whoops. So, as usual, your left button is controlling the left hand, your right button is controlling the right hand. Well, the combos change depending on what buttons you're pressing, although it doesn't look like that's strictly true as I say it is. Let's get that off because it counts towards weight. And go back to our claymore. We're not going to use the drang stuff because it is dexterity orientated, so that's the thing. Anyway, I'm going to meet you back at the first giant. Alright, approaching the first giant. As usual, he does have Slimer dudes around his feet, but there is no Mega Man. It's just him and the Slimer dudes, wherever they happen to be. Might not even be Slimer dudes. I may be misremembering, which will make this a lot easier. Stay close to his feet, roll when necessary, which I totally just whiffed on doing. I was saying I was going to roll when necessary and pressed attack instead of roll. I don't know why. As you can see, as long as you stay next to the foot, you're pretty invulnerable. Very hard for a giant to deal with a tiny creature like me. Right, easily dealt with. And down you go. So once again, we've got stuff to pick up. We also, as you can see, have a pair of doors. Can't move fast enough. Soul of a Nameless Soldier is always nice though. Another large Titanite shard, always good for the upgrading. And the Maiden set. So, let's see how beautiful Brienne of Tarth looks like in the Maiden set. Maiden set. Look at that gorgeous beef jerky face. It's wonderful. We'll fix that at some point, but not right now. So that's the Maiden set. It's pretty cool. And let's take a look at the lore on it. White hood worn by travelling maidens, part of their formal attire regardless of rank. It is soft well made, but ill-suited for use in battle. Let's see if anything else has some more lore on it. Because sometimes they do. No, it's pretty brief on that one. What were we wearing? We were wearing... Oh, Lucatiel's mask. I forgot I got that. Let's wear the Thorns armor, shall we? Because I don't think I actually ended up talking about the Thorns armor. No, we did talk about Thorns armor, we just didn't wear it. Maybe the Thorns armor was too heavy? Is that the problem? You don't seem to be fat rolling. We are very, very barely under 70%. There you go, there's Thorns armor. We'll wear Thorns armor for a bit. Make us look basically like Sauron. Dark steel plate armor with spikes all over it. So this is a set of doors we couldn't see from anywhere else while we were around the cathedral, and that's because it overlooks the bridge. And there is the undead settlement over there. There's the tower with our giant friend in it. As you can see, it's kind of like just totally out the back of the entire thing. And we get Sate Bident. This is a faith weapon. We are not a faith character, so we won't be able to use it. But let's take a look at it anyway. The Saint Bident. A silver bident decorated by a holy symbol, formerly wielded by Saint Klimt. He discarded this weapon that draws upon one's faith on the day that he put his own faith behind him. There you go, a very sad story. But it is a special weapon, a unique weapon. we get for dealing with the giants. So, we are finally up to dealing with the boss. I think that would be a good thing for us to try and tackle with the rest of this episode. So, I'm gonna see you back at the cathedral bonfire. Did I say cathedral bonfire? I meant cathedral entrance. This big one that we opened last episode. So, instead of going right, we're gonna go left. Because this is the way we need to go in order to fight our boss. Contraption does not move, does it? I don't think we can survive that. Well, that was a bust. Don't know why I thought that would work. We need to go back down the bottom. I'll see you in a sec. I suppose now that I think about it, that is the first time I've tried doing it in that order. Normally, you would approach it from the bottom. You remember where our second giant was? He's guarding the way up that you would normally go. I just did things out of order because I ended up going to the secret bonfire instead. So normally, you go this way. Our Slimer dudes are all still there, and there's Maggot Man on the wall. You gonna drop down, Maggot Man? There you go. Please stop. There you go. Alright. Maggot Man is Maggot dead. As you can see, we're hurting the slimes by rolling around. Such is Thorn's armor. And you normally go this way. So this puts us on the other side. The main entrance is up there in that light foggy area. And we need to work our way over there. That guy has seen me. That's unfortunate. Come over here. I don't want to just go busting my way out there because of course I don't want to wake everyone up and fight everyone at once. That would be bad. Those dudes are busy in prayer, so that's fine by me. We're just going to run this way. Get some stuff. The other priest has seen us, though. And we're not actually going to fight any of these dudes. Preferably. We're going to call our elevator down. Or ride it up. That way it becomes unjammed. So now we can use it properly. And we are simply going to speed strat it to the boss, which is this way. Everybody's going to try and chase us. Mostly the dude with the giant sword. And instead, we're going to run straight for that fog wall. So this... Let's see if I can remember their name. No, but it's a bunch of priestly dudes. It's a boss which is actually many, many enemies. All at once, rather than one big one. Deacons of the Deep, yes. That is the name. So the idea with this boss, and I'm probably going to cause myself some problems by taking the time to explain it rather than just getting into it. See the dude with the red fog? That's the dude that you need to target. The red fog doesn't always stay on the same guy the whole time though. And the reason I'm coming around the back of this place is because it makes the second stage of this fight much, much easier. If you can keep everyone around the back here. So, we're just gonna make sure we hide behind pillars to make sure that we don't get fireballed. Drag these guys around the back. And then we're gonna go for Red Fog Man. Hi, Red Fog Man. Easy, right? So we have to do this a few times. Oh, him, thanks. And yes, we'll probably get ourselves hit and hurt quite a few times back here, but that's alright. We got some dude right in the middle. Now, I'm not going to go straight for the dude right in the middle, even though I could, because ideally I don't want to kill everyone. I want to keep as many people back here as possible. And they do respawn if you kill them. So, the two dudes that just died, they will respawn and slowly walk their way around from the front again. See, there you can see that guy there just started coming around the corner. And you are in an excellent position. You're a jerk. I think that might have been it. Was it it? Yes, it was. So this is the second part of the fight. Now, the red fog does not move whatsoever, and it stays on this dude with the big hat and staff. And our entire thing that we have to do is murder this guy without getting killed ourselves. Which, based on our character build, is actually a lot easier than other character builds. This fight can be incredibly hard if you have a character build that doesn't just hit everything like we do. There you go. Boss is down. And we get a small doll and a soul of the Deacons of the Deep. So this is the reason why you come to the cathedral first, before anything else. It's because you want that small doll, of all things. The small doll allows you to progress further in the other direction. If you didn't have the small doll, then you would just be blocked and have to return anyway. So that's why you should probably come to the cathedral first. But we are done here. There is nothing else we can get here if we teleport away, though. And travel back to the shrine. While we're here, we should actually try and work on something, because this has not fired yet on this character, and it's a little bit alarming, because it's something that we do want to happen. Come up here and wait for this to load. Yes, it would be nice if I was on an SSD, but I'm not. It's not that janky leg. Cool. So, we've talked about in a previous episode, but once you come up here, there is the opposite tower and it has an elevator in it. What is meant to happen is that gate there is meant to be shut and locked on you by another character called Patches. And there it goes, finally! Apparently we just need to progress a bit more in the game. So if we come back down, you absolutely can get this event to happen a lot earlier than this. And I'm not sure why it took this long for this to happen.
Sorry, friend. Be more careful. By the gods, curiosity is going to kill you kittens. Some places are better left alone, you know. Oh, sorry. Am I a tad too late?
Patches, you
Have
bastard.
no fear. There's beauty in death. Besides, you're amongst your own. Plenty of company, right?
Patches is a recurring Souls character too.
No matter. I'll look after things. By stripping every last trinket off your corpse, you're going to make some lucky customer very happy. Oh, no matter.
So there you go.
Things.
That's Patches. He's a dick.
By stripping every last trinket off your corpse.
And what he doesn't realise, he thinks you're going to have to fall to your death or starve or whatever. He just thinks you're going to be in here and die. He doesn't realise that you're going to get out here alive. And so we're going to return to the shrine and show him just what an idiot he is for trying to mess with us. Oh, Patches. Silly, silly Patches. Okay, so Patches should be this way? No. He is definitely this way. And he's at the opposite end. There he is. Hello, Patches. You bastard.
Ah! Oh, you're alive!
Oh, really?
Now, hold your horses. Let's have a nice talk about this. Oh, come clean. I did you wrong. I didn't mean it, though. Not one bit. You get these urges, running the business and all, and I hate myself for it. I do. You know what I mean. Terrible, really. But I can see you'll forgive me. You're alive, after all. And that's what counts, right? Oh, for heaven's sake, no need to jest with a face like that. You're still alive, and I'm here grovelling in the dirt, so to speak. Oh, I know. Here, a token of my sincerity. Right and proper, huh? We're just a couple of outcasts. Let's make the best of it.
So,
can't find anything you like.
If you forgive Patches, you don't actually get that gesture. You have to not forgive him in order to... Oops, that's not what I wanted to do. You get prostration. So even though he didn't grovel in the dirt to us, he kind of did by giving us this gesture, where we are, in fact, groveling in the dirt. So there you go. That's Patches. He's a jerk. We have something else, though, and I think we've missed our opportunity for it because of how late that event happened. We haven't missed the actual quest chain itself, just a particular interesting event that happens. And we have to go back to the Cathedral of the Deep for that. So we are going to go back to the Cleansing Chapel. My bad, I meant the Deacons of the Deep. And so now there is this stuff here from the dude we killed. We get the Archdeacon White Crown, Archdeacon Holy Garb, and Archdeacon Skirt. So let's play with that, shall we? Fashion souls away! And it looks thusly. Don't we just look lovely? Archbishop Brienne of Tarth. Cool. So, let's unequip all that stuff. Back to our thorns. We'll still play with thorns for a while. But you also want to look at the law for it. Skirt worn by the Archdeacon of the Cathedral of the Deep, worn underneath Holy Garb. Of the Archdeacons of the Deep, one attended to Rosaria, Mother of Rebirth, whom he deemed a goddess. Let's see if the robe says anything different. No, it doesn't. It does say, though, a sign of the Way of the White's highest rank. So, imagine before these guys became corrupted, they were followers of the Way of the White, rather than the Way of the Blue, and worshipped Rosaria the Mother, which Rosaria is the lady we found tending to the maggot men at the secret bonfire. Now, the question is, have we missed our event? I'm going to try and get to said event, but I'm sure it's not going to be there. Just because of how late things happened. But I'm going to come this way, avoid Mr. Choppy Man. Excuse me, Mr. Choppy Man. I need to take this elevator. I'm trying to be as vague as possible, but normally if the event had fired and you came here, yeah, he's not here. Patches would be here, and this bridge would be raised, and he'd be like, I found some treasure, go get the treasure, and then you'd start walking across, and then you get to this point. Oh, I forgot to mention, while it is Patches, it's actually Patches dressed up as the Onion Knight we found, Siegfried. Patches is pretending to be Siegfried, and has told you that there's treasure over there. And then when you get to this point, he drops the bridge and laughs at you because he expects you to die to the giants. And there's even a special part of the event where if you've killed the giants before he drops you in, as the bridge is lowering, he curses you because he's like, where are the giants? Why are the giants gone? What did you do? So yeah, we missed that event. That's sad. But we do have one more thing I want to do before we wrap up this episode. I shall return. Now, putting the clues together about how our Onion Knight friend, or rather, Patches is pretending to be our Onion Knight friend with the event that we missed. You can imagine that something has happened to Siegfried. Well, once you've beaten the Deacons of the Deep, come out the front of the cathedral, or rather the cleansing chapel, and over here, out of the way you. Oh my sword, oh my sword, out of the way.
Hello? Hello? Anyone there? Anyone at all? Oh. I know that voice. Just how long has it been? It's me, Siegward of Katerina. I'm loath to admit it, but I've been had. Someone's swiped my armor. Did you happen to see it anywhere?
We didn't, but we know who has it, just from my own prior knowledge.
Oh, yes. I see. Not to worry. Great planning begets great fortune. An old tenant of the Knights of Katerina. And I am a master planner, I do say. Ha 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 ha.
Okay, so the aim of the game is to get Siegfried, kept on calling him Siegfried, Siegfried's armor back, so we need to go back to the shrine and talk to Patches. So, being that we missed that event, I'm not entirely sure if it's your first time playing the game, how you're meant to know that Patches has the armor. So it's quite annoying that you can actually miss that event for some reason. Because between episodes, I did keep going back to that elevator and trying to trigger the event, and it just didn't happen. And I just, out of a hunch, thought I would keep playing until we beat the Deacons and then see what happens, and sure enough, it worked. But, that's past the point of being able to get Patches to reveal his nefarious plans. Hello, Patches. Patches squat.
Oh, yes. What can I do? Aren't you glad we made good of things?
Yeah. Not really. You're a horrible person, and there it is. There is Siegfried's armor. You can actually buy it and keep it for yourself, but we're not terrible people, so we're gonna buy Siegfried's armor, and I will see you back at the cleansing chapel.
Thanks, sweetie.
Hi guys, Siegfried here. Yes, this is the onion armor, and we are wearing it right now. So, let's take a look at the lore on the onion armor, shall we? Distinctively shaped helm worn by the Knights of Katerina, often ridiculed for its onion-like shape, infuriating the country's proud knights, but the masterfully forged curved design makes it ineffective for deflecting blows. Now, with all the pieces equipped, you can see my weight ratio up there in the top right is 109.5%, so it requires some serious investment into vitality not to fat roll in onion armor, and I don't think you can achieve that point. I'm not entirely sure. We're going to take that off, because we're not going to be super disrespectful to Siegfried. We will not tell him that we wore his armor, and we will instead give it to him.
I'm in quite a pickle indeed. Maybe I can fashion a replacement from I've got to use my head and think.
It's alright, buddy.
Oh, my armor. My deepest gratitude. I, Siegward of Katarina, salute you. With my trusty suit of armor, I'll be out of here in a jiffy.
Good on you.
Until we meet again, comrade.
Yes, until we meet again. Yay, and we earned rejoice.
No need to worry about me. With my trusty suit of armor, I'll be out of here in a jiffy.
I don't see how.
Meet again, my good friend.
I'd love to see the story of Siegward as its own game, just to see the antics that he gets up to. But, there we go. We have officially, as far as I personally know, completed all we can at the Cathedral of the Deep. So thank you all for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.